Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. On my way to the gym. It's about 4 o'clock. Still dark outside. And yesterday, I've been having some pretty groundbreaking things happening. I was sitting there talking to Ricky, and I said, Ricky, I don't know, we were talking about maybe something having to do with a friend of hers. And I said, it's just too heavy on my heart to walk around with hate for somebody. It's too heavy on my heart to walk around with things I need to say to somebody that means something to me and not say it. And that was true with my uncle. That was true with Malachi. There was things that need to be said, and I think that there's still one more person I need to talk to. But there was also outstanding obligations of debt. One in particular. And it was more money than I had to pay. It was more money than I could afford to give. My business is doing good, but the fact of the matter is you have to go through a certain building stage, and that's expensive. That's consuming time and energy. And you build from that. But there's still things that are left as a result of the process you had to go through. But this particular debt was more money than I really had to give. But this person had given me a loan with no written contracts, nothing. At a time when we needed it. And I don't know. I went to the bank yesterday. I had some checks I had been driving around with. And I know when I said I would pay it back. And there was no hesitation in me. And I called him on the phone. I said, hey, I'm in the bank. I need your account number. I'm going to deposit X amount of dollars to satisfy my obligation of the debt to you right now, as I had promised. And he was excited. And I knew he wasn't excited because of the money, because, well, when you have money, money is never the object. When you don't have money, it seems like money is the objective. But when you do have it, it's not. And I know his story. And I know his family's story. And I know that they've given to people in their family, friends, personal loans, small loans that never got paid back. And he never talked about the money. He always talked about the principle, the value. Or hell, just communicate with me. If you ain't got it, I don't give a fuck. Just communicate with me. But I heard in his voice that I had restored his hope, because I didn't let him down. And there's no better feeling than to know that you've restored somebody else's faith, that you've put them back in the driver's seat to say, I can give again. I don't have to just keep losing friends. I don't have to keep losing family members. I can give again. And I got out the bank, and it was odd because the teller has the same birthday as my daughter. It was crazy. I don't even know how we got talking about it. But I got out the bank, got in the car, and I was driving. I called Ricky, and I said, hey Rick, I finished paying. I paid off the obligation. I don't know if she was aware or remembered, but she asked the amount. I think she may have asked the amount, or I may have just said it, and she said good. And we talked about it, and she said that's good. And she knows our situation. She knows that, you know, it took a lot to build my business. It's taken a lot to build my business. Nothing's free. It's expensive to work for yourself. It's expensive to be self-employed. You still got obligations that you have to hold up to, but then you still got business expenses. So she understands, and she said, I get it. And I said, you know what? I said, I never had this feeling before. I've given less money and bitched about it more. I don't think I've ever given this much to somebody back as a debt. Sometimes paying it forward can mean that you just give somebody back their sense that all mankind hasn't completely lost it or sold out. I would definitely suggest to anybody who's looking at this, if you got something on your heart that needs to be taken care of, the burden that it's putting on you is 10 times worse than just making that decision to unburden yourself and walk into the decision of either paying that debt back to a friend or family member or calling them. Because I'm going to spend the rest of my life slowly, gradually cleaning up my messes and restoring faith back into people that I know. God bless.